Hi traders, this is a short video on pound dollar and FTSE possible early movement. As we can see, pound dollar dropped heavily after Brexit, and during the voting it was very volatile. Now the problem is that BOE intervened, stopping the further drop from pound dollar, and we can see easily the level where pound was bought was 32.26, so we need to mark it as a very important level. So 32.26 is very important for us to watch. I will mark it here. Also, guys, the high of this candle you can see is 39.77. So we will also mark it down, but the thing is it corresponds heavily to L5 weekly pivot point. So from market perspective, now the price is in between those two important levels. If we see a huge jump above, it could be that BO is intervening again, but I expect sellers to show up here around H3 if it happens. But I'm not sure that if there will be some intervention that it will be so heavily. So we should pay attention to near-term short movements, selling here in between L5 and this candle low, that is 14.11, and possible buying here. So the price may be trapped here until further movement, but pay attention to this level, okay? Pay attention to this level. Also for FTSE analysis, again, it reflects the movement and the intervention of Bank of England. Here, the price gapped down heavily, then it was bought strongly towards these levels here. Now, we need to mark down these two important levels. The first important level is the high of this candle, 62.32, and it shows now moment sellers. So now moment sellers are here in between H3 and this level. We also see H4 EMA 89 confluence. So here we could expect selling anywhere here. Now don't ask me the precise level, because guys, the price was that there was a huge movement. Look at this, okay, huge movement. So after a huge movement, the zones are also huge. You need to remember that. So here we could expect some movements within the zone because of the huge price movement. The zones are also huge. Here we see the gap has been closed. Here we could also see that this gap here has not been closed here. So we might see possibly, if there is a movement above this level, we could see it close. So but at the time being, I would be paying attention to possible shorts here in between these zones here, so H3 and 62.32. If we see a 4-hour close below L3 here, we could see another spike down towards L4 and L5. But at this time, there is not enough information to conclude where it will go, because it's still early to tell. But don't worry, sign up for session recap. We will have a full day of price action, so it will be more clear. So at this time, focus on the zone here in between H3 and 62.32. And by the way, for all of you who don't know, here H3 is 61.10. Okay, so we could see possible selling here.